Welcome to vlog 7. So we've already talked about what semester at sea is, how you can fund it, and now it's time to get into the nitty-gritty of the costs of this program. Now, semester at sea is known for being the most expensive study abroad program ever. Literally the most expensive study abroad program ever. I've studied abroad right now a total of 3 times, and semester at sea will be my 4th time, so this is not my first rodeo with dealing with expensive programs and extensive processes and things of that nature. So let's get into this. In my previous video, which should be linked somewhere up here, I'll just slide it. I was putting it up there. But in my previous video, I talked about how to finance your voyage. And in this video, I'm gonna get into more of what you're actually paying for. And I'm gonna get very personal with y'all. I'm gonna share my examples, and I want y'all to know that this may vary for every person, but this is my example. So I'm gonna show y'all my bill statements and like all of those things. So when we're talking about costs, I think it's important for people to know exactly what they're paying for before I talk about my own personal experience. So when you get to the website, I want you to click on Voyages and scroll. I am doing the spring 2020 voyage, but those looking at this video may be doing fall 20 or spring 2021, and I'll click on spring 2021 because I feel like that's going to be the closest to my voyage. And let's go to program fees. Okay, so in your program fees, you can either pay for these different types of cabins, and this is going to be your tuition based on the cabin that you get. So it's either going to range from $26,000 to around $32,000. So those are just the prices of your tuition and room and board. That is it. Those are not all the unexpected fees and all of those things. And those are the things that I'm going to tell y'all about in this video. The first major expense that you're going to notice right away is airfare. You are expected or supposed to come up with a flight to and from the embarkation port and the disembarkation port. So lucky for me, like I stated in the last video, the embarkation port is in San Diego, and I go to school in San Diego, so I do not have to find a flight to San Diego, but I do have to find a flight from Amsterdam back to the United States, and that is estimated to be somewhere from around $2,000, which is a lot of money to like just come up with. So beware of airfare and things like that. The next one that you will notice, you will notice this, because your girl was like, wait, hold up, pause, freeze. I have to get vaccinated. In order to participate in semester at sea, you have to get vaccinations. They recommend a host of vaccinations, but yellow fever, I know for a fact, is required, and it is expensive if you do not have insurance, and it is hard to get a hold of. And immunizations are estimated to be around $500. Another pop-up expense, like expenses just popping up left and right. The next expense is your visas, which, let me tell you about the visa process. It's not fun at all. Visas are a literal nightmare, but lucky for you, everyone is going through the same thing with you, so do not worry about it. It will be worth it in the end. And me talking to myself because I still haven't gotten mine for my voyage, but I'm going through it with everyone in my Voyage, so do not worry about it, but it will run you around $750 to $1,000. And that is just the range from what I've been seeing on my program. 750 being the very least and $1,000 being about the max. Books, because you have to have your books before you board the ship. If you're hoping to get good grades or not fail your classes, they estimate that books are about $500. And my favorite expense, my favorite is personal and field programs. When you go on the Semester at Sea site, they have field programs for you to participate in every country. Oh yeah, are these field programs free? Of course they aren't. Of course they aren't. I seen people that wanted to participate in field programs range from $2,000 to $4,000 for all of their field programs that they wanted to go on. And this is not including their personal travel, their personal expenses. So field programs, I would estimate $2,000 to $4,000 if you are wanting to participate with Semester at Sea. Of course, you don't have to participate in these programs, but certain countries, I would highly recommend field programs, especially if you can't do these things on your own. Like seeing the Taj Mahal, for example. The Taj Mahal field program was sold out, honey. It was sold out because people are trying to get and see all these beautiful things. So if you want to participate in field programs, you're looking at another $2,000 to $4,000 easy. And my last, personal expenses. So things we don't think about before we study abroad. What if I run out of toothpaste? What if I need to get, I don't know, a sweatshirt because it's raining, or an umbrella because it's raining outside? Expenses, honey. More money that you'll need. You'll need currency, and for every country you go to, if you're not trying to pull money out of the ATM and rack up foreign transaction fees, you'll need money. So where does that money come from? Your pocket. I don't know, this video may seem a bit negative. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to really give y'all the tea, because I don't want people going on this program and thinking that it's just going to be a walk in the park, or that it's just going to be easy to pay for. No, it's not easy to pay for. It's a lot of money, and there's a lot of things that just pop up that you do not think about at all. If you have to go to the doctor's office to fill out the medical forms, if you have to pay for a clinic visit, like all of those expenses add up. These, you can pause the video at this time and screenshot and look, but this is the cost of attendance for my program based on cabin type. So this is the cheapest cabin type, so the inside triple, and this is $34,000, even though it's advertised as $25,000. With the extra expenses, it's $34,000 plus or minus maybe $2,000 to $4,000 of your extra money to do travel when you are in port. So estimate that to be about $36,000 to $38,000 inside double. Add your $4,000 there. Outside triple, add your $4,000 there. Outside double, add your $4,000 there. So this is the cabin that I'm currently placed in because I applied relatively late, not late at all actually. I applied late May and I got placed in an outside double because this cabin type was full and I was put on the wait list. So hopefully they moved me off the wait list. So to get into what it looks like on the portal, so these are the charges for the fuel charge, my tuition, and my cabin. And these are the scholarships and the amounts that I received. And down here is the payment from my home university, and this is how much I have to pay. So I really made this video to be transparent about the cost of the program, because it's easy to get wrapped up in seeing everyone have fun and like all of this, and I think that this program is worth it, but just don't be fooled. This is a very, very expensive program. So in order for you to participate on this journey of a lifetime, on this voyage of a lifetime, you really, really have to play your cards right. And make sure that you plan. And when I say plan, I mean plan it out. Work. If you're thinking about the spring 2021 voyage, get a job now. Start saving now, so that when it's time to apply, when it's time to get your visas, when it's time to get vaccinated, you're not stressed out about all these extra pop-up costs that people don't normally think about. I think semester at sea is very doable. I think anyone can do it. I think your background and where you come from, none of that matters. If you really, really want to participate on this program, I believe that you can do it. I hope this video was helpful and informative. Check out my other videos on semester at sea. They're in a playlist. I made a whole playlist for y'all. I'm going to be making semester at sea videos, of course, because I'm going on the spring 2020 voyage right after I finish studying abroad in Paris, France. Your girl's doing back-to-back study abroad programs. I'm gonna be so dead. by the end of this year, I'm gonna be dead, but it's gonna be worth it. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what video y'all wanna see about semester at sea next. I'm in the process of applying for my visas here in Paris, France. So I'm doing my visa process a lot different from the other students on the voyage. So I plan to make a video about that. And if there's any cost related questions that you have, just drop them down in the comment section below. I'm always on here, so I'll respond back to y'all. And thanks for watching.